Today we have to study about the mercury. Before discussing that, we have to discuss the syllabus which containing antimicrobial agent and the topics we have covered, which is antimicrobial agent, their classification, hydrogen peroxide, potassium permanganate, chlorinated lime, iodine, solution of iodine, povidone iodine, boric acid, silver nitrate, mild silver proteins. And today we have to discuss about the mercury, yellow mercury oxide, and the aminated mercury. So this is how your syllabus is going. For the above compounds, you have to watch the the video link is in the description box. Please check it out. Before discussing about the mercury, we have to discuss about their classification. So the antimicrobial agent is classified as oxidative antimicrobial agent and the protein precipitate antimicrobial agent. So the oxidizing antimicrobial agent is classified as oxidizing agent and the halogens. Oxidizing agents include hydrogen peroxide, zinc peroxide, sodium perborate, and the potassium permanganate, as we all know KMnO4. Halogens are sodium hypochlorite and iodine preparation, which include povidone iodine and the chlorinated lime having formula CaOCl2. The protein precipitate antimicrobial agent is divided into metallic salts and acid alkalis. The metallic salts are silver nitrate, AgNO3, and the mercury compounds, which includes mercuric oxide, mercuric chloride, HgCl2, and the aminated mercury, HgNH2Cl. These three mercury compound we have to study today, and this is mercury compound is very important for the exam point of view. And the acid alkalis, boric acid, salicylic acid, and the ammonia. This is how your classification of antimicrobial agent is done. And for this classification, for more details, you have to go through the last videos. The first part is very important because it includes the mode of action of antimicrobial agent. So please go through that. So now we have to discuss about the mercury. So the mercury is containing not less than 99.5% of mercury. The principal ore of mercury is red sulfide mineral, which is known as cinnabar, having formula HgS. So how we get the mercury? By the oxidation of cinnabar. This is the formula of cinnabar. The cinnabar undergo oxidation, and what we get? We get the mercuric oxide. This is the formula of mercuric oxide. Now this mercuric oxide is undergo decomposition at 300 degrees Celsius, and we get the mercuric vapors. This mercury vapors is condensed to convert into the free state, and now mercury is in the free state, and from there we can use mercury. You can see the mercury in the thermometers, which is show the physical properties, which is shiny, silver, white, mobile, liquid. At the ordinary temperature it is liquid, as you all know that at ordinary temperature mercury is liquid, which is easily divisible into the spherical globules. It is the heaviest metal, having density 13.6. Boiling point is very high, which is about 357 degrees Celsius. What are the chemical characteristics of mercury? It undergo autooxidation. What are the autooxidation? It means there is oxidation of mercury. It undergo autooxidation at higher temperature and combine with oxygen to form red mercuric oxide, which is the formula of red mercury oxide is HgO. So the mercury is undergo oxidation at 300 degrees Celsius, and we get the mercuric oxide. So now we study the halogen reaction with the mercury. If mercury is reacting with iodine, it gives mercuric iodide, and if reacting with the chlorine, then we get the mercuric chloride. So this is the reaction of with halogens. Now when mercury reacting with the oxidizing acids like the nitric acid, it forms mercuric salts. This is mercury, this is the nitric acid, which is in the diluted form, and we get the mercuric nitrate and the nitric oxide and water. So if this oxidizing acid, which is the nitric acid in concentrated form, then we get the nitrogen dioxide. Here the mercuric nitrate, this is also the mercuric nitrate. So what is the changes? Changes here, it is in the diluted form and we get the nitric oxide. Here it is a concentrated form and we get the nitrogen dioxide. So reaction with the concentrated sulfuric acid. If mercury is Reacting with the sulfuric acid, which is concentrated here, we get the mercuric sulfate, sulfur dioxide and water. So the treatment of mercuric salt with the hydroxide basis, what we get? We get the mercuric hydroxide. This is the hydroxide and this is the mercury. Mercury with the hydroxide, we get mercuric hydroxide, and after it is in the available in the form of precipitate, which will be settled down. By the decomposition of this mercuric hydroxide, we get the mercuric oxide, which is yellow in color. It is in the precipitate form. By the condensation and by washing and then dry, we get the mercuric oxide. It can use for the identification test. So now the uses of mercury is, it is used as a cathartic action because mercury produces irritant effect on the intestinal mucosa. It is used for bacteriostatic action. Bacteriostatic means it just stops the growth of microorganisms. It does not kill the microorganisms. Because of the bacteriostatic actions is due to the action of mercury is on the bacterial sulfhydryl containing group. Means it is acting on the sulfhydryl containing groups of cysteine. By it causes the oxidation of sulfhydryl group of cysteine, by which the bacterial growth is stopped, because it does not kill the bacteria, because here it is written that bacteriostatic. If there is written bactericidal, then it will kill the bacteria, but here is written bacteriostatic. Now the mercuric ointment containing 10% of mercury, used for the skin infections. It is now replaced with the new antibiotics because the medicinal view of these compounds become more advanced. So it is now replaced with the new antibiotics because the corrosive effect of mercury on skin and mucous membrane. So now we discuss about the yellow mercuric oxide, HgO, which is prepared by the mercuric nitrate with sodium hydroxide, and what we get? We get the yellow mercury oxide and sodium nitrite. If we react the mercuric chloride with sodium hydroxide, similarly we get the yellow mercuric oxide, which is available in the form of precipitate, and we have to filter it, wash it, and then dry. So this is how we get the yellow mercury oxide, having formula HgO. It contains not less than 99% of mercury oxide. So now we have to discuss about the properties. Some of the properties are yellow to orange yellow in color, odorless powder, practically insoluble in water, alcohol, readily soluble in dilute, hydrochloric acid and nitric acid. It undergoes a decomposition reaction. Yellow mercuric oxide undergoes decomposition and forms mercury and oxygen. So the uses of yellow mercuric oxides are, it is used as eye ointment for local treatment of minor infections and conjunctivitis. It is used for non-ophthalmic treatment of fungal infections of the skin. Non-ophthalmic means it does not apply on the eye. If there is an ophthalmic, then it will use for the eye, but here it is written that it will not use for the ophthalmic treatment, so we can't use it on eye preparations. So last is ammoniated mercury, which having the formula NH2HgCl. It is a white precipitate. Here it is mercury chloride, in which one chlorine atom is replaced by amino group. It does not contain not less than 98% of ammoniated mercury. So how can we prepare it? It is prepared by adding aqueous solution of mercury chloride to dilute ammonia. This is dilute ammonia. With constant stirring, we have to stir it continuously, and then we get ammoniated mercury, which is in the form of precipitate, and ammonium chloride. So by filtration, wash and with cold water and then dry, we get the ammoniated mercury. We wash it to remove the ammonium chloride. Some of the properties of the ammoniated mercury are: it is white odorless powder, amorphous powder, stable in air. It darkens on exposure to light. As we all know that the most of the compound are darkens on exposure to light. Therefore, it should be protected from light. Practically insoluble in water and alcohol. Soluble in warm HCl, nitric acid and acetic acid. The decomposition reaction is ammoniated mercury with the sodium hydroxide. If we boil the ammoniated mercury with the sodium hydroxide, then we get ammonia, mercuric oxide and the sodium chloride. So what are the uses of ammoniated mercury? It is used for the mild antiseptic and used primarily in the ointments. Ointment concentration are 4.5 to 5.5% used in the treatment of skin disease. So this is all about the ammoniated mercury. Now, so today we studied about the ammoniated mercury, mercury oxide, yellow mercury oxide, mercury ointment and the mercury. So this is how your syllabus is completed of antimicrobial agent. We have discussed the antimicrobial agent, the classification: hydrogen peroxide, potassium permanganate, chlorinated lime, iodine, solution of iodine, povidone iodine, boric acid, silver nitrate, mild silver protein. And today we discuss about the mercury, yellow mercury oxide and ammoniated mercury. So this is how your antimicrobial agent is completed. So this is how your syllabus is completed of antimicrobial agent. In next class we will discuss about the sulfur and its compound: sublimed sulfur, precipitated sulfur and selenium sulfide. In next class we will discuss about the sulfur and its compound. So you have to discuss the mechanism of action of antimicrobial agent. So please go through the first video. This is all about the today class. In next class we will discuss about the sulfur and its compound. Thank you everyone.